Hey everybody, what's up? Welcome to the first of three package openings. Today. The reason I say first of three is because this is probably the only one I'm going to be able to do before I head to work. And yeah, so what did I get today? Well, let's just say how I've been talking about the fact through my audio videos that I could be walking that tightrope between being like just neutral, being in the middle, being like a fan of it, a fan out of appreciation and respect for what the show is doing, for what the franchise has done overall. Well, it looks like I might be stepping over to a certain side of bros, if you catch my drift. Brones, basically bronies, if you catch my drift. It looks like I'm slowly stepping 1 foot off that tightrope, that neutral middle, if you will, over to the side of a brony. Just a tiny bit. Just a tiny bit. And these three packages may confirm that I'm 1 foot in, but 1 foot still in the middle. So it's like I'm partially almost sort of brony, but not there. It's kind of like, basically, I look at myself as probably being that kind of a brony that, as I said, doesn't watch the show, but has respect out of it. And actually, I will say this: I have, thanks to readcomiconline.me, have read some of the Friends Forever issues, the Friends Forever, which is the spinoff of the main comic of IDW, and they're pretty good, pretty funny, pretty good. So, like I said, I'm probably going to be having 1 foot in and 1 foot right still in the middle, so it's like I'm half and half. So it's like, I'm partially I'm kind of like partially brony, but still like neutral, like partially. In other words, it's like it's going to be almost like, I wouldn't say 75-25. I'd say more along the line of 65. I'd say almost like it's going to be 50-50. Let's put it that way. So I'll be 50% neutral, 50% in as a brony, and I know I said that I did that video, which you can find here on my channel, and yeah, I still stick by what I said then, but times change, and a lot of people end up getting into things you wouldn't expect. So again, I think I'm just getting into it out of the fact that it's broken down barriers. You got guys that supposedly looked at like tough guys that would basically scoff off or laugh off something like this, but yet here they are, they're enjoying it. So we'll just see what happens, and my thing is, if I can kind of stay 50-50, maybe that'd be fine with me. So let's see exactly what the first package has to offer, because like I said, I may have to do the other package openings when I get on my lunch break, or tonight when my mom's asleep or something like that. So because that's partially when I talk about being 50-50. Basically, my family may not really understand just yet, but who knows. So let's see what the first package is. Open that up, if we will. Check something here. Okay, just checking. So again, let's just see what it is. And again, there's nothing wrong with it. I think honestly, when one thinks about it, and I've had time to think about it a little bit, it's probably the reason a lot of people like it is not just because the story structuring and character developing is balanced out, probably better than they would expect for any show, live action or animated, but I think it's because it's the only real good thing on television right now. I mean, you take a look at all this other stuff that comes out on network television, on broadcast network television, and cable channels, and cable network television, and you ask yourself, what in the world is going on with this world? Why is this being integrated into this? Why is this? Why is that? And yet, here's a show that primarily is supposed to be for young girls, and yet it's broken down so many barriers. It's basically overstepped its boundaries in a sense, to where you got companies like Funko, you've got people like that write for the show, writing books that may seem a little over the top in understanding for the intended younger audience. And when you have something like Funko doing what they're doing with the vinyl figures, it's like, damn, you know. But anyway, like I said, it's kind of strange in a sense, but I think it just shows you that it's kind of well, it is kind of strange that it's caused that kind of effect. But I think in a sense it's also because, like I said, it's probably the only real good thing on television today. I mean, you take a look at Hallmark, you take a look at Lifetime, heck, you take a look at that new trailer for Riverdale off CW, and you're wondering what the heck is going on with this world? Why can't we have something decent, well, funny, good, entertaining, catches your attention, even though it's originally intended for a younger viewership, if not a younger gender, a female gender. And I think that's why people like it. You know, they pretty much said it. You know, it's the messaging, it's the story. I mean, everything is done right. And I think overall, it's just because it's one of those rare, decent shows that are out there that, you know, no matter what you may think about it, no matter how much you may say, well, it's originally intended for a younger viewership, um, it actually works. It actually grabs your attention. So, I mean, heck, I looked at that documentary, and you have families, several families that like the show, that gather together to watch the show. So that's pretty awesome. So let's see what's in here. Put that down. Well, oh man, that's it. Well, I never thought I'd be saying this, but hopefully I'll get the packages with the other two seasons, and by next week or so, I'll be getting the fourth season, as well as hopefully by then I will also um, be getting the fifth season when it comes out in July. So July 12th, that is. So what did I get? You're not gonna believe this, but I'm gonna have to make some room on that second shelf of my new DVD Blu-ray shelf and dedicate it to all Big Four Hasbro stuff because, yep, I got it. Season 3 of Friendship is Magic. Now, I know you're thinking, well, why would you get that if you don't watch it that much? Heck, I got the complete series of G1 and My Little Ponytails and Jam. Shows I never watched as a kid, but now growing up, kind of look back with appreciation at the fact that they did, in a sense, you know, have both young girl, and boy viewers and fans. So, and again, this is out of appreciation and respect for the fact of what this has done. You know, like I mentioned, it's basically crossing barriers. Overall, it's probably the only decent show that's on there that you can watch, understand, get into, and not have to worry about, oh, here comes a sex scene, or here comes a murder scene, or here comes somebody getting their head chopped off, or someone swearing or melodramatic. It just, I think that's why people like it. So, and in a sense, be honest with you, I've been contemplating it. I've been thinking, well, I may not watch the episodes or the series on an everyday basis, but I might as well get the series because, it's just one of those things you want to have in the collection and, and say, yeah, I have it. And, so that way down the line when the series ever does end, at least you can say you have the series. So have season 3, the other season should be coming in the mail, coming in delivery real soon. Next up, I can thank somebody over at one of the Facebook groups for showing this off. This kind of shows you the fact that this fan base is broken down barriers, crossing down barriers, because when you have one of the writers, Amy Keaton Rogers, AKR, if you will, writing a book like this, a book that initially some people even said in the comment section goes over the heads of the younger intended audience, then you did something special because now you have books like this. Yeah. You have the Journal of the Two Sisters. This is basically little slip cover on it. if you want to pull it off, you can, but it's basically a pretty thick book. It's by Little Brown Publishing, and basically it takes place in the context, from what I've read, of the show. So it's kind of like an origin book of how Celestia and Luna became who they are. So, woo. So yeah, it's kind of really deep. I'm gonna hold that for a second. But yeah, you can see it right there. Tale of two sisters, and then you can see the back cover right there. I don't know if you can really see that well, but yeah, it's pretty awesome to know that they do this. I mean, yeah, I'm not saying Transformers doesn't do this. I'm not saying G.I. Joe doesn't do this, but I don't really see them that much. I mean, yeah, I've got the Covenant of Primus, for goodness sake. That tells you how much of an impact Transformers has had in 30 years. But it takes a freaking, not even what year did this come out? 2014. The show wasn't even, the show's in its 6th season now. The show wasn't even 4 years old, or it just turned 4. It just finished the 4th season, or had just finished the 4th season, and this comes out. What does that tell you? So, yeah, it's pretty cool. And they got another one called The Elements of Harmony, which I may also pick up as well. And again, I understand some people may think, well, why? Why would people like young males? Well, if you take a look at the demographic, and they show this in that Brony documentary, I'm in that category of young males that actually enjoy this. May not watch the show because, we do have jobs and everything, which is why I would like to have it on my Netflix queue, as well as have the DVD, the seasons on DVD. It's pretty much, I mean, you really have to dive into why this is. To me, I think it's just I can't say it any more plainly than like I have. I think it's mainly due to the fact that it's just an overall good show. There's nothing really wrong with it, nothing bad. It's like you learn lessons that the young tended audience can learn, as well as the adult audience, the older audience can learn, and take advice from. You just got an overall good message. And again, like I said, you take a look at everything that goes on right now in society. It's like, especially with the shows going on. I mean, look what they're doing. It's like going back to the Riverdale thing. Look what they're doing with Riverdale. I mean, who came up with that for the plot of Riverdale on CW? Who the heck comes up with that? It's like if someone said, okay, let's do a teen drama version of Friendship is Magic, and you turn it into that. Whose idea was that? That's not Archie. That's not even Afterlife with Archie. You know what that is? That's based off that new version of Archie they got going. The new dramatic version, the more humanized comic. It's not even that either. It's basically, how do I say this? It's almost like, God, what's the word? Pretty Little Liars, I think one person compared it to Twin Peaks, or Pretty Little Liars equals Dawson's Creek. Let's put it that way. So, but yeah, this is it. But again, getting back to this, it shows you the impact that the show has had, and how it differs from its previous incarnations in the past 30-something years. I mean, when the show came out, what was it, like 24 years old, 25 years old, the original series, of when it began, of the original series that began the whole thing? It shows you basically how much things have changed. And again, the people behind the show, behind the comics and all that, obviously know that there's a lot going on, that things are just not the same anymore, and you need some kind of show out there that's a perfect balance of something that the entire family, if not younger audiences and mostly older audiences, can enjoy on their own. So there you go. I mean, heck, when you find out there's people in the military, military soldiers, military soldiers, and Navy men and all that are into this, I don't know what else to say. And last but not least, you know I got Rarity from Aurora, right? From the Aurora. Well, now she has a companion. And they sealed her up real well. Now she has a companion because damn, gonna pull that out. We have My Little Pony Special Edition Princess Celestria. That's right, we have Princess Celestria. How about that? And it's a My Little Pony Special Edition, and she is basically one of the biggest. And you know what? She's got a companion coming, hopefully before I leave, if not after I come home for lunch. But yeah, pretty cool, huh? But there she is, Princess Celestria. And I know some of you are thinking she doesn't look like Celestria that much. Well, if you take out this little thing here and then let the hair flow down, then yeah, you got Celestria almost. So, yeah, it's pretty cool. So there she is, Princess Celestria added to the collection. And that right there, folks, is the first of three, or first of two package. Actually, it's going to be first of two package openings, because the next packages, the next few packages, or the next package primarily is coming via UPS. So we'll have to wait and see what happens there. If it comes before I leave, I'll open it. If it comes after I leave, I'll open it when I get home for lunch. So let me know what you guys think down below. Comment if you like, and I'll talk to you all later.